Good evening, guys. If you can hear me, please comment with the word abundance. If you can hear me, comment with the word abundance. All right, if you can hear me, comment with the word abundance. Can somebody hear me? Comment with the word abundance. If you can hear me, comment with the word abundance. I want to see it. Abundance. I want to see it in the comment section. Comment with the word abundance. Okay. All right. Welcome, everyone. Today we are looking at a very sensitive topic. It's 2 minutes past 9 o'clock. Yeah, I can see you, Duru. I can see you, abundance. Why is my own chat disconnected? Um, okay. Trying to make sure everything is intact before we proceed. All right. Somebody may think, why is the sales guru saying abundance? Abundance because today we are going to be discovering some things about compound interest. We are starting by exactly maybe 10 minutes past 9, so that it doesn't look like we don't have Mason. Okay, so I don't know why okay, I've set it. Are they here, my billionaire boss, gold smasher? I like you. All right, welcome. Are they here too for you? Today we are looking at the psychology of compound interest. For those of you that have been regular participants on this live session, you will know that today's zone is a little bit quite different because of the huge importance of what we are looking at today. All right, let's start with someone telling me where you're watching from. Empress, you have been very active in the community. Where are you? Where did you join us from today? Yeah, I can see my woman, my woman. Mrs. Oduayo, Larry's Properties, welcome. All right. Solat is watching from Lagos. Darlington is watching from Owerri. Alfie Extraordinary say, good evening, Idon of Sales. Good evening to you too. Ruth Somachi, oh my girl, presence, I can see you. Isaac Kangria is watching from Lusaka, Zambia. Okay, that's my guy from Zambia. I'm in Obomosho, a student of Lautech studying business administration. Fantastic. Ample Creatives is here, said active, always active. Okay. Today we are looking at, and I'm trying to make sure that my heart, I don't know what word to use, whether a soft heart or bad heart does not, my soft heart does not make me go against my wishes. Why do I say so? Because of the quality of today's conversation, I am trying my best to make sure that I don't share a replay. I think the last one I didn't share a replay in our community. This one too, I don't think I'm also going to share. Ghost Smasher says presently in Aba. Jackson is says live from Port Harcourt. Ghost Smasher, why did you write Aba and then you are putting a laugh emoji there? Oh my good God. Okay. Let me pin Alfie Extraordinary's message. I like it. It said, good evening, Eden of Sales. I like that one. Okay. Thank you. Let that one remain there for now. Now, may God be with us today as we continuously learn for the growth of ourselves and our businesses. Lawa Ganiyu says watching from Lagos. Okay. Nobody. Where are my Buja guys? Where are you guys? Where is my Ghana guys? Benson Chisenga and Lusaka, Zambia. That is, I have two people watching from Zambia tonight. All right. Welcome to this session. This is Thursday Live. It is a monthly strategy session. I can see Ogu Famous, my guy. Well done. The best car dealer in Nigeria. Thursday Live is a monthly strategy session for members of our community, which is the Sales Beyond Border community. So, public announcement here. I don't think I've made this announcement on our group page, but I said it last night. This session will be happening once every month. That is the last Thursday of the month. The last Thursday of the month. So today is the last Thursday of February. We are going to have it again in the last Thursday of March. And we'll continue like that till the year is over. We are not going anywhere. So I made up my mind that last year we sluggered a bit at some point, but this year we must continue to have it every last Thursday of the week. So I'm trying to make sure that every angle is well covered. Good evening, Emmanuel from Futo. Okay. I'm joining from Uyo. Abasi Freke is joining from, we are from Anambra State, Lagos, Maba. Hi everyone. Azubika, I can see you. Greetings, my teacher. Benson, I can see you. All right. Let's go ahead to what we have today. The psychology of compound interest. Why the hell is this word compound interest so important? I am going to dispense it today the way probably, should I remove the word probably? The way I am so sure that you haven't heard it like that. You've been hearing compound interest, compound interest. What the hell is compound interest and how does it affect you? Right? Bemisola from Ibadan, I can see you. Welcome. All right, so let's continue. This is our content for today, and we are going to be looking at the origin of compound interest. The reason why I brought out this content is so that you can be my accountability partner. When it looks like I'm straying away, you remind me that, hey, coach, this is where we are, right? This is where we are. This is where we are. You have not gone away from the origin of compound interest. That's where we are supposed to be. Or why are you leaving factors affecting compound interest? Or what's this MMM of money we are talking about? So these are the things we are likely to cover this night. The origin of compound interest, life as a compound interest, factors affecting compound interest. We'll look at the MMM of money. Then we'll consider tangible and intangible assets. And then I'll give you the most mind-blowing framework you can see anywhere, which I call the VFSO, my money framework, and it works like magic. So tonight you are in for a good thing. Now that we're about to start, if there is somebody you cherish so much you cherish his business, you cherish his life, or is a bosom friend of yours, please take the live link now, share it to that person immediately, and then God will write your name in the book of life as someone who participated in blessing somebody. Now, what is the origin of compound interest? I intermittently back this slide, but I want you to see me so that you know we are talking. Apologies for my camera. I decided to use my laptop today, but I'm sure you can see and hear me, and you can see my beautiful face, of course. And I wish I could see all of you, but then I know that I can see some incredible people that I've met, excuse me, physically, and those that I've not been able to meet physically. So we are looking at the origin of compound interest, right? It is important for us to know that compound interest is considered as among the 7 wonders of the world, right? Among the 7 wonders of the world. That means when you are talking about the greatest wonders of the world, compound interest is one of them. Unfortunately, many people do not consider the impact of this because they don't know anything about it. Some of us have never in our life sat down to imagine what exactly is compound interest and how does it affect my life and my finances. And you are not to be blamed, to be frank, because I think it was 3 days ago where I was having a conversation with my wife, and I told her that I really wish that some of the things that I got to learn late in life, I really wish that I learned them earlier. Probably would have become more successful. That is why mentorship is lacking in our society. And as a result of that, people are just working with a lot of trials and error. As much as trials and error is good, but believe me that you don't need to repeat a mistake that someone has made and has documented the process of not repeating that mistake. But because you don't have access to it, you repeated that same mistake. You don't need to repeat that same mistake. That is why having a guide is so important. And that is why I have made myself available to you tonight so that I can dissect everything here and show you how this thing can make your life change dramatically just in a space of 1 year or more or less, depending on how functional you are. So compound interest is among the 7 wonders of the world. Now, imagine if you have access to something that is considered as being among the 7 wonders of the world, why will your life not be a wonder? Let me use that word. Why will you live an average lifestyle? And those are the things we are going to be considered, right? So compound interest originated in the ancient Babylonian Empire. These guys were the ones that utilized it. See, there's a research that was carried out in the USA, and it was shown that for every time a dollar enters the hand of an African or Black American, the dollar does not last up to 24 hours in the hand of a Black American or an African before it leaves him again. But for every time the dollar enters the hand of a Jewish man, it stays in his hand a minimum of 7 days before it leaves his hand. What does that mean to you? They know how to keep money and they know how to make money work for them. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you the blatant truth. If you continue to trade time for money all the days of your life, I assure you, you will have a very terrible old age. Let me repeat that. If you are going to be trading time for money, like for every single time in your life that you make money, your time must be traded for it. Like if you don't expend time, you can't make money. Your old age will be so terrible. Let me give you an example. If you're a graphics designer, you know that for you to make money, you need to put in time in graphics. You have to design it. As much as I don't see anything bad in that, but have you started studying not the skill of graphics designing, but the business of graphics designing, which I can liken to branding? Listen, in every industry you are in, you need to understand the principles that aid those who are the top. If you are born African, and I'm sure everybody that is listening to me here is born African, I want to tell you categorically, without mincing words, that you are already -1. Already. Because some of the things you'll be battling with, your contemporaries outside of the country are not battling with it. Right? Some of the things you are battling with, your contemporaries are not battling with it. That means you need to work extra hard. Let me repeat what I said that brought me into that, is that if you are in any business that involves you trading your time, make sure you are planning on understanding the business side of that stuff. I'm not talking to regular Africans. Regular Africans do not join my live session. I'm talking to Africans with brain, Africans with sense, Africans who want to be at the top. I'm not talking to Africans who are mediocres. I'm sure you guys understand what I'm saying. Nobody in my community, nobody who follows and listens to the sales guru is considered as the masses. And I don't ever want you in any conversation you'll be having and you are saying, oh, we the masses. No. You went to school, you have access to social media, you have access to the internet, you have access to communities like the Sales Beyond Borders, you have access to people like coaches like the Sales Guru. Why the hell are you going to be talking as if you are retrogressive? No. I don't talk to those that I consider the masses, because the masses will not comprehend what I'm saying. That is why I will be saying some things in a very high level way. If it affects you negatively, don't be offended. Just take it as a challenge. My mentor will say, don't get angry, get rich. Right? Don't get angry, get rich. There's nothing, your anger cannot boil beans, like they usually say. Your anger cannot boil beans. Now, somebody shared a story with me. I went to my brother's hospital. One of my elder brothers has a hospital. And while I was in his hospital, he shared the story of a guy who was hospitalized. The guy was sick and on sick bed, was admitted. And while he was there was another Hausa guy whose wife was also admitted. And both of them were in the same ward. So this guy got a little energy from his sickness, went to this guy, the Hausa guy, and said, please, you know where I fit buy colos? If he help me buy colos, he smuggled and gave that guy, I think it was 2,000 or 4,000. This Hausa man left there, went ahead to buy colos for this guy. And the guy drank the colos and his body started reacting on his body. I believe I'm talking to elite people. You know what that thing does to the body. Somebody that was sick, struggling with his life, but there is a particular addiction that whether he's on sick bed or he's healthy, that addiction is with him. Now, listen, there's nothing so mystical about addiction. Addiction is simply a learned habit. A learned habit. Now, there's something that is called the neurological pattern. That is, when you do something over and over again, you no longer need a reminder or learning on that process. It has formed pattern in your head. Unfortunately, there are many people who poverty has formed a pattern in their head. There are many people who average life has formed a pattern in their head. There's a friend of mine who runs a business called Go Nomad. He helps Nigerians to register businesses in the UK or in US across the world. And he can help you register a business in a way that you will not pay tax to those countries, but you have your virtual dollar card. You will have a foreign account number. When European people are dealing with you in that business, they will be dealing with you as if you are one of them, not knowing that you are African. He came to one of our programs, did a video that was shared. I think that was SM First. That video, we posted it on social media. Ladies and gentlemen, when he was saying this thing, the comment I saw were crazy. Somebody started saying, this is a pure lie. Now, they are scammers. They have come again. How can you say you can register a business for somebody in the US and they will not pay tax? Assuming I didn't know this guy personally or what he was doing, I would have said, okay, they are right. But you see, because people cannot in any way think above their prevailing circumstances, they think that everything that somebody presents is a scam. They think that everything somebody presents is a scam. John Obidi once said something at the same SM First that it's only the child of a poor man who will say that he's passionate about barbing. Listen to me. It's only the child of a poor man who will say he's passionate about barbing. Some people may get angry and say, Coach, what are you saying? Can you barb your way to wealth? Is it possible? Can you barb your way to wealth? Some people say, hey, Coach, what about personal barbers to billionaires? How many are they? What you need to study is the business of barbing, not barbing. There's nothing fanciful about barbing. There's nothing fanciful about graphics designing. What is fanciful is the business of graphics designing. Guys, I'm talking to elite. I'm not talking to average people. I hope I'm correct. Please, let's know that we're on the same frequency. I'm not talking to average people. Average people, they know where they are. They will see the flyer for this program. They will not join because they know that their mental capacity is not good enough to comprehend what we are sharing here. You know, average people have a way of doubting everything. Everything. They don't see possibilities. Now, I've shed a little light on the origin of compound interest. I want to tell you that everything about your life compounds, whether the good or the evil. Every single thing about your life compounds. How many of us watched is a video? I'm not saying that's how his real life is. How many of us watched this skit by Mr. Macaroni recently where he had Pete Doche, Chiwentaloago, some of those other guys, those legends that came to shoot that content where they took his daughter? How many of us watched that content? If you saw that content, let me see. Make a comment on the put a comment up. Let me check. How many of us saw that skit that Mr. Macaroni did? When I finish this thing, I'll go to the next message we are having. Jackson is saying that this message is raw. Of course, I want it to be so raw and unrefined. None of us saw that skit now. None of us. Abba, what is going on? Make it not be like saying only me they watch skit. Chima say it see him. Okay, better. Chima, better. Can you tell me what was the last thing Mr. Macaroni said at the end of that skit? What was the last thing he said? Who can remind me? Somebody should remind me what Mr. Macaroni said at the end of that skit. That was the last statement he made. Somebody help me now. People know they pay attention. Okay, maybe you will just watch the first. When he made that statement, I said, the power of compound interest. So I saw the skills where he said they can arrange his madness. Okay, I'm looking at the last. There was a last statement that Mr. Macaroni made on that skit. Okay, Mr. Macaroni, when the power, the plenty power, the power of powers that matched that of Petro Doce finally came, and then they made peace. What is this his daughter's name again? Motunde. And then Motunde said, Motunde now regained her consciousness. Mr. Macaroni went to Pete Doce and that other guy whose power looks like his equal. He told them, do you know the only thing he requested? Said, can you people give me touch and follow? Can you people give me touch and follow? See, let me tell you, you can be in an environment where there is flow of power, virtues, favor, flow of abundance. But because of the way your brain has been compounding, the kind of thought that has been compounding inside your head over time, you may lose focus of that thing. Be careful what is compounding. Remember, I said that both the good and the bad compounds. Both the good and the bad compound. Kevin quotes some say, can we go straight to the point, sir? Okay, I don't think this place is for you. Maybe you can leave. We are not like them who learn haphazardly. We are elite. We learn from foundation to the top, right? That's how elites learn. We are not here to play or to just. You are free to leave the call. It's not for everybody. My community knows how we roll here. And if unfortunately what we are saying is looking like it's not making sense to you, I think you are not our right audience. So you are free to leave. All right. So let's go. What's the next thing on that thing? Let's look at the factors affecting compound interest, right? Factors affecting compound interest. Now, factors affecting compound interest. Please, guys, we are getting more serious with what we are doing here. This is where I want you to pay a very close attention. For those of us that did a little mathematics in school, whether secondary school or the university, we know that compound interest is called interest on interest. And there is one we always know, simple interest, which is the one they define as PTR all over 100, right? Where your P is your principal, your T is your time, your R is your rate. Now, it means that when you finish solving this thing and divide it by 100, whatever answer you get, you add it back to your principal. And principal, we are all told that it is the starting capital. It is that money you use to start a business. But listen, I'm not going mathematics this night. Please follow me. Your life, the life you are living now, is as a result of compounding thought and actions over time. Please, my community, it is wrong for you to blame your failures on external factors. It is absolutely wrong. That is the habit of the mass. The masses know how to blame their failures, their problems, their challenges. They always have a justification for it. There is always somebody out there who would have done something to better their life. The government should be blamed. Somebody in the government is not doing what they are doing. If my father had money, I won't be here. How can you be 30 and you are talking such bullshit? How can you be 25 and you are talking such bullshit? What we are looking at now is those factors that has been affecting you. Now, let's look at the first one, PTR over 100, principal. What is your principal? Remove your mind from money. Money is not your principal. It's not the only principal of life. I'm going to give you, I think there are 6 I listed here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 principles that affect what you earn as your compound interest. And I will tell you how this interest on interest works as compound interest in your life to progressively to the extent of where you are today. When you joined this session in the beginning, I told you guys, those of you that joined early, to comment with one word, abundance. Some of you did. Why am I saying that? Is that in any place you are, there is a lot of abundance. Listen. I am talking to my community. I'm just like the pastor here, and I'm talking to the members of my church. I'm not addressing the members of other churches. I'm addressing the members of my own community who knows that we speak as elite. How can it be? You went to school, you are in this very important time in life. I told somebody a few days ago, I said, historically speaking, we are at the point where it is easiest to make money. Historically speaking, it has never been as easy as it is today to make money. Historically speaking. Now, what do you think you are going to tell your children in the next couple of years when they start growing up? That you lived in this season where you had access to the internet, where you can stay here and communicate to people in Mexico, in Uganda, in Ghana, and then you still grew old and became a poor father, a poor mother. What reason that is tangible enough are you going to give to them? What reason? Now, let's look at these principles, because your principle determines your earning capacity. The first principle you need to have is your skill. Your skill is a principle, is a starting capital. What skill do you have? I have the skill of communication. I have the skill of selling. I have the skill of marketing. That is my principle. It's my principle. It's my startup investment capital. Oh, come on. I don't know if somebody's understanding what I'm saying here. Wonder why the Bible said that the gift of a man makes way for him. Wonder why the Bible said that the gift of a man, there is nobody. I say it again, and I said it in my masterclass last year, that there is nobody that was born poor. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Look at the problem we had. We got to a point where the British came into our country. I'm not saying what we're doing before they came was all perfect, but they came into our country. What happened? They made our people abandon their languages. What they described as intelligence is your ability to speak another man's language. Look at what they did. They offered jobs as incentives to those who could speak English. So what happened? Imagine now you are a Yoruba guy, there's an Hausa guy, and this Hausa guy has money, and they called all of you who are Yoruba guys and said, sit down here. If you can learn Hausa, I'm going to give you money. And then immediately you learn Hausa, the Hausa man will now tell you that, oh, you're an intelligent man. The only thing that they used to tell you that you're intelligent is because you learned the language that was another person's mother tongue. That's why today the university system is all completely what. And I say it categorically that it has been like this. Otherwise, when they say that the university system in Nigeria was all good and fantastic, how many inventions were done in Nigeria and Africa at that time? In fact, the major inventions that were done in Africa dated back before the European invasion. How did how was the Egyptian pyramid built? Let me go back to the 7 forms of principle. Your skill. Guy, listen to me. Remember, I started this conversation by saying that whatever skill you have or in any industry you are functioning in, stop thinking just the skill or the talent. Always think about the business around that talent. That's how elites think. What is the business around graphics designing? What is the business around software development? What is the business around web development? What is the business around cake baking? What is the business around coaching? What is the business around insurance? What is the business around real estate? What is the business around whatever you're doing? Elite, think about the business side of that sector. Until you think about it, if for every single time you make money, your time must be commercialized, I'm telling you, you are going to be an adult poor man or woman. Kevin said I'm misunderstanding. Okay, that's fine if that's not what you meant. But I'm sure that as we continue, you'll be seeing why we spend time trying to build those foundations. Your skill is your principal. Your talent is your principal. Let me go to the next one, the 5th one. Your passion is a principal. Now listen, because there was a time that we had a plethora of motivational speakers who grew in the African continent. And then they kept making a whole lot about our passion, our passion, our passion, our passion, and all the rest. People started loving their passion. It makes a lot of sense. But then, one thing you must learn about your passion is how can you build a business around your passion. I'm emphasizing a whole lot on this, the business side of your passion, the business side of your skill. The business side of it, right? So your passion is a principle. I don't want to dwell much time here. Your experiences is a principle. When I'm talking principle, those of you that understand money, yeah, I'm talking of something you can use to start a business or something you can improve on if you have already started. Something you need to be thinking about, how do I get the business side of it? Emma is saying you are communicating. Thank you on every side. Thank you so much. God bless you on every side. Thank you. There is always a business side of everything. That's how elites think. I told my, what do you call it? My niece this evening. I said, when I give birth to a child and she graduates from college, or he or she graduates, if I have opportunity for him or her to go and serve as a sales girl or saleswoman or sales boy in a company, I will allow it. You know why? Because she's coming from a place, of course, me. Her father is an elite, and I'm going to give her elite understanding. You see, when you have elite understanding about something, it helps you circumvent processes. The person that is going to a job, I told my niece, I said, the reward of a job is not the salary. The reward of a job is what you find from it, is what comes out of it. My child will be a sales girl because she's been taught properly. She's going there to learn customer communication, customer acquisition skill. She's learning communication. She's learning presentation. She's learning plenty things. And it's going to be for a temporary time. Now, I know how to teach her the business side of sales. Solia, thank you. So you can be a doctor and be very broke. Wonder why you have many broke doctors, many broke lawyers. You think it's because they don't know what they are doing. No, they know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. But they don't understand the business side of the what? Of the skill. They don't understand the business side of the experience, the business side of the experience, the business side of the passion. So your passion is a pointer to a business, is a startup capital. There are some of us that we have been wired as, what's the language, what's the word that we use? We have been wired as social impact people. We are not business oriented. We like to make social impact. When we go to a place and we see that West Being are now properly, what happened? Okay. Can you guys hear me? Oh my God. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. If you can hear me, please indicate that you can hear me. No, I think the network challenge was a little bit from my own side. But I'm back now. If you can hear me, okay, yeah, it's better now. Yeah. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay. Yeah, so I needed to make sure I changed my connection. So I was sharing a story with you. She does this eco-friendly bags. I told her, I said, this thing you are doing, yeah, it's eco-friendly. You're wrapping it with Ankara, it's fine. But how many pieces of it are you going to sell to still be in business? Why don't you go into social impact project where you are trying to, this is the age of social media, so you can be like among those who are playing in the environment game while you are still doing the business, right? People need to know what to do to work. So there are some of us that we have passion for changing lives. But listen, let me also tell you categorically, a poor man does not change life. You cannot change the life of others while you are lost. No matter what you are doing, I'm talking to elite, guys. I'm talking to elite. I'm talking to elite. Elites, hear me. Elite. Am I talking to my fellow elite? I'm talking to elite. Understand the business side of every industry you are in. You cannot continue to be living without a hope of experiencing life. You cannot continue to be surviving. How much have you been making for the past 5 years that you've been doing that business? The same way you've been doing it. And you are just driven by the activity that comes with the business, not by the profitability. There are some of us, when we reach out, you say you are busy. Sometimes you are busy, broke busy. This is 2025. Find out what is working in your industry. Those that are angry, I think you can leave this call. It shows that you are not supposed to be here. My mentor will say again, don't be angry, get rich. Find out what is working. The same income you earned last year, you want to earn it again this year. All these things I'm mentioning, remember, they are principal. They are called startup capitals. They are money you use in starting something or what you borrow. Let's assume you borrowed it from God or your parents. Some of us who are speaking, who are very good with speaking, it is an inherent capital that came with us from birth. It's a capital. It's a principle. Everyone was born with what is required to be wealthy. Let me repeat that again. Everyone was born with what is required to be wealthy. Everyone was born with what is required to be wealthy. I called my wife 2 days ago. We're having a conversation. I told her, I said, I remember a few years ago, when I was checking you, when we were dating. And I said, can you cast back your mind when you were small? So yes, you can remember. I said, that day you were born as a young girl, a baby girl, you had everything inside of you to become a mother from birth. If you were born and then the first 10 days or 20 days of your life, there was no food, you would have died. You wouldn't have lived to see the time where you become a mother. But does it mean that from when you were born, you didn't have what it takes to be a mother? No, you had what it takes to be a mother. But because you were not nurtured, you died as a girl. Everybody has what it takes to be wealthy. But if you are not nurtured, you will die poor. It's simple. Wealth is not external. Wealth is internal. From the day you were born, it doesn't matter how old you are when you are realizing this. So it doesn't matter how old you are. What matters is, are you willing to make use of that information? From the day you were born, God put everything inside of you. You had enough principle to kick off your life. But look at the other things. Let me finish this whole principle, forms of principle. I've mentioned skill, talent, passion, experience. Knowledge is a principle. Knowledge is an equalizer. Is a principle. Knowledge can take you places. When I'm talking knowledge, I'm not talking book knowledge. I'm talking of knowledge for industries. Having knowledge for your industry. So many of us go for conferences, right? Excuse me. We love the paparazzi part of it. We are not thinking, those guys on the stage speaking, what kind of knowledge do they function with? Those guys who are movers and shakers in those industries, what kind of knowledge inspires them? There is a channel, right? School of Hard Knocks. That's the name of that channel. You can go and check it out. So knowledge is a capital, is a principle. Experience is a principle. Passion, talent, skill is a principle. Money is a principle. Money is a principle. You see why I brought the money this place? So that sometimes people, at least as a coach, I've had an experience of seeing many people, and then they will tell me, "Oh, coach, I need money. If I need money to do this, I'll do this. If I need most of the times, I can tell you categorically, what you need to succeed in an industry is not money. What you need is the knowledge that powers the industry and the willingness to pursue it. You want to start a business, your quotation is you want to get a shop, rent an office, do it like this, purchase goods, keep it, then wait for whoever will buy. Isn't that what they did in olden days when the dynamics has changed? The competition then was less. Now the competition is fierce because whoever is seeing you is seeing 10 to 20 and 100 other businesses doing the same thing you are doing. Those who are intelligent know that they factor out what the market needs first. They factor out where the market is going first. Then they position themselves in that direction and things will flow to you. Money is important, but I don't like to pursue money. I like to pursue what produces money. If you pursue what produces money, you will get money. It's not mystical. You don't have to be prayerful. You don't have to be spiritual. You don't have to be, which word will I? You don't have to be religious. Let me not use spiritual. You don't have to be religious. You don't have to cry. You don't have to be fine. You don't have to be ugly. You don't have to be short or tall. You don't have to be a graduate. You don't have to have an MBA. You just need to understand what works in every industry. Stop playing too low in that industry that you are in, right? So we are still talking on factors influencing compound interest. And I mentioned the principal, which is the capital. Now, the next thing is time. And I've always told you guys that time is a universal constant. You have no control of it. It is given to everyone across the world equally. But then, to individuals, we have time frames. See, anybody who must enjoy from compound interest must understand seasons in his life. Seasons in his life. Right? That is why you know that. I think it was 2 days ago. So I was praying. And I prayed a prayer. I said, God, help me to give me the wisdom to differentiate what is seed and what is bread. Give me the wisdom to differentiate what is seed and what is bread. You may make your biggest money in a particular year. Ensure you understand the principle of that season. Time is an equalizer. It is given to everyone equally. I think when I shared the 2025 blueprint, I spent a whole lot of time on the concept of time. Time does not need your permission to add to you. If you are 30 this year, I guarantee you, whether you do anything or you don't, by next year, you will be 31. Scaringly. The more birthdays we celebrate, the closer we are to our death day. Guys, listen to me. I'm not scaring you, but this is how elites think. The more birthdays we celebrate, the closer we are to our death days. Think about it. So if you are playing and you are thinking you are young, I guarantee you, you are not. Can you remember when you used to be 15? Can you remember when you used to be 20? Can you remember when you used to be 25? All these things were dream to you. Whether you were doing what you were supposed to do or not, time is mandated to add to you. You cannot stretch time. You cannot compress time. Time is time. So the best day to take a step was yesterday. And like they say, the second best day is today. You can't hold time. You know, some people say, hey, let me just waste time a little. You're just wasting your time. In fact, you are wasting your life, not your time, because time is life. Bible even said this somewhere. It said, it is good for a youth, for a young man to bear his yoke in the days of his youth. It's important. Stop. Some of us, the problem we have now is that we are mentally disconnected from money. Some of us, I pray that you don't get to this level where I call a state of permanent disposition. You just want something that will help you live by. You just want, if you get 100K now, you will be so happy, you will be smiling. You know there is this subtle joke they do on social media. While it's fun, somebody say, if I get 5K now, I feel like I do this thing. It's sounding fun, yeah, but it's creating a scenario in our brain. It's compounding. Immediately it's compounding. We are reaping the reward of it. You always reap the reward of it, whether it's evil or good. We are just excited with average results. Stretch your mind to accept big numbers. Tell yourself that you are going to make big numbers. I was consulting for a particular company, and I told the HR, I said, you cannot continue to be doing HR for people who are earning more than you. Learn what it is to sell. Learn what it is to sell. Learn what it is to tell. Chidinma say, I'm talking to you. Thank you. I know I was going to talk to somebody today. So time is an equalizer. It's an equalizer. It's an equalizer. And time is not your friend. At the same time, time can be your friend. Because time is just on its own. Imagine, whether you sleep all through the day, you walk, you do anything, time is just ticking. Ticking, 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 ticking. Whether you are studying what works in your industry or not, time is just ticking, ticking. Let me tell you, those of you in the real estate, I want you to make sure you get everything in this boom period. This boom in real estate will not last for more than 20 years. I can guarantee you. This is your best season. Don't play it locally. You are just selling land like a very local man who has not been trained on sales. Because you got one commission, 200,000. Your mind is blowing. You don't know what you're doing. You don't have a personal brand. You don't have a landing page of it. Oh, I feel like getting angry with somebody this night. Time, that's the second factor. Then the last factor, remember we are looking at PTR. The last factor is rate. Yeah, rate. Very unfortunately, like I always say, there are many things in Africa that will depreciate your rate of advancement in your investment, the rate of appreciation in your investment. A normal Africa, an average Africa provides himself light, provides himself water, provides himself shelter, provides himself every basic thing, provides himself education, provides himself school uniform, provides himself every single thing. You don't even have a starter pack when you were born. No, not. In fact, most of us were born into chance. They just say, that's why they give birth to many children then. Let's give birth to 9, at least if 3 die, or 4, 5 can survive. Or if all of them suffer, and then one day, one, luckily, door opens to him. He will take care of others. That is the factors affecting the rate of appreciation of our principle. Why our principle is not appreciating, why our skill is not appreciating, our investment. Yes, we are doing a lot. We are learning, but then it looks like there is no opportunity. But I tell you, one thing you need to do is to be one eye. You are seeing too many things. You are seeing too many things. You are seeing too many negativity. See, prosperity is not far from where you are sitting. You just need to master these factors that compound in your life. Give yourself 3 years. I'm saying, in fact, in this dispensation, in 2 years, you can become something. At least living above the normal average person who is daily struggling with 30K. A simple master. Take a study of the market, know what the market is looking for, go and buy the product or study yourself, learn the hell of sales and marketing. How am I going to give you? Then you get the right mental framework and orientation. 2 years is too much. You will leave the average circle. All these rates, all these factors are affecting our rate. In the economic sense, we can say inflation. In the sense at which we are discussing tonight, we can say no starter pack, poor access to funding, right? If it's in advanced countries, you know that companies like Facebook ran for its first 7 years pre-revenue. Where are you going to get opportunity to run a business in Nigeria or in Zambia or in Ghana for 7 years? No revenue. How are they paying their workers? Because there was fund that has already been given by angel investors who could have the temerity to wait for 7 years until Facebook starts making money. We don't have that in Africa. Guy, that's why your own motivation must be over the roof. That's why anytime, immediately you hear word, even if it's from your friend, that person is saying something like, this thing will not work. You rebuke him. I say, hey, get that. See, listen. When Peter told Jesus that you are not going to die, did you see what Jesus told you? Jesus said, get thee behind me, Satan. That's Jesus' friend, though. Disciple that is very close to him. But Jesus recognized that, this guy has spoken something that is against my fulfillment of my destiny. Say, this must be Satan talking. You must learn to recognize when Satan is talking as your friend. This life, I can't kill myself. Oh. Allow me to flesh. So I can't kill myself. Oh. Business you have been doing for 5 years is where it is. This life, I can't kill myself. Oh. Businesses don't fail. It is you that is failing. It is you that is failing. You must recognize when your friend is speaking as Satan and rebuke him. Time. I think I'm in rate. The rate of your appreciation. Now, let me also mention some factors that can help your rate of appreciation to blow. Number 1, blindedness. Be blind to negativity. What did I say? Be blind to negativity. There's a story in the Bible that always fascinates me. I never came across that angle of the scripture until last year. And that's a man who is called Esau. How many persons today can give birth to their children and call him Esau? Almost nobody. The only thing that they taught us in Bible school or in our Sunday school growing up is that Esau was the man who sold his birthright for a porridge. All of us now say, they will even say, may the spirit of Esau not come upon you. We say, okay. What am I saying? I say, be blinded to what? Negativity. Those are factors that will help appreciate the rate of your capital investment. If you watch, I've been focusing on you, not money. I'm going to money. Just hold on. This session, I'd not just say this session is going to be important because I just want to talk. I know what I'm saying. I want to share even the juiciest part when some people who are not patient must have left, or those who are sleepy. Let them sleep. Esau. You all know the story in the Bible when he came back, and then before he could come back, his brother Isaac, no, Jacob had gone to camouflage as him and serve his father Isaac the pepper soup or whatever, and his father ate it and blessed Jacob. Esau came back. Rebecca now said, Esau, Jacob, run away. Esau will kill you. But there was something so fantastic I love about that guy called Esau. I think that's Genesis 27. When he went to his father Isaac, Isaac told him, he said, I have blessed your brother Jacob. Children of say, he said, I rebuke the spirit of sleep this night. All right, that's rebuke it very well. Isaac said, I've blessed your brother Jacob. There is nothing left for you. That's what they are telling you in Nigeria. There is no job again for you. Every job has been collected by the children of those in government. You don't have job again. You cannot succeed unless you jackpot. See those people in Canada, they are the only ones making money. This Nigeria has died. $1 is equal to 1,700 naira. 1 pint of garina is up to 4,000 naira or 5,000 naira. Do you remember when 1 pint of gari used to be 200 naira? One spaghetti now, I think, is around 800 or 1,000 naira. Do you remember when it used to be 150? Nigeria is becoming worse. You are not going anywhere. You are as somebody that's supposed to be among the elite who know how to circumvent useless thoughts. You now allow yourself, open your antenna and be listening to garbages from the pit of hell. And immediately all those thoughts is rigmaroling in your head, rigmaroling in your head, rigmaroling in your head. All your energy, internal energy of ascension is completely thwarted. Be blinded and deafened to negativity. That's what Esau did. He went. His father said, I have blessed your brother Jacob. I don't know if I can read a part of that thing. Let me see if I can just get it. I like the way it just showed. That should be. Who are good Bible scholars here? Remind me, what chapter is that thing? Is it Genesis 27 or Genesis what? Do I have Bible scholars here? If you are not a Christian, please, we are just sharing a story around that thing. Oh, is it Genesis? I think so. Who can remind me? Okay, yes. It's from Genesis 27. Let me see. And Isaac called Jacob and blessed him and charged him and said unto him, thou shalt not take the wife of thy daughters. Okay, arise, go to. No, wait, let me see. And Isaac sent Jacob away and he went to. Verse 6, Genesis 28. All of you that are listening to me here, are you not Bible scholars? How come I got it first before you guys? When I know they form my hand, though. All right, let's see. Genesis chapter 28. Let me read verse 6 from verse 6. He said, when Esau came back, prepare. You know the story. When Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Pandanaram to take him a wife from thence, and that as he blessed him, he gave him charge, saying, thou shalt not take a wife of that. And Jacob obeyed his father and his mother and was gone to. No, that's not what I'm looking for. No, no, no. That's not what I'm looking for. What chapter is this? Where did Esau bless his wife? Okay, let me look at it. Okay, let me look at 27 verse. Hold on. I've seen it. Yes, Genesis chapter 27. Yes. Sorry, let's get it right. I want to show you something tonight. He said, and Isaac said to his father unto him, who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. Genesis 27. I'm reading from verse 32. No talk say Jacob, no try at all. Leave Jacob out of this matter. That's what IFS Rodna is saying. Verse 33 says, and Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, who? Where is he that hath taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten of all before thou comest, and have blessed him. Yea, and he shall be blessed. Isaac said, my blessing is irrevocable. And when Esau heard the words of his father, oh God, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, look at what he said to his father. Verse 34. Bless me, even me also, O my father. Look at what his father said to him in verse 35. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety and had taken away thy blessing. The one that holds the blessing is telling him that your brother has taken your blessing. 36 said, and he said, is he not the rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved? Esau now asked his father, don't you have anyone you have reserved for me? Verse 6, and Isaac answered and said again, Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given unto him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. What shall I do unto you again, my son? What do you want me to give you? He no day, he didn't day. If he didn't day, he didn't day. Those of you know who spoke that English. But look at verse 39. He said, and Isaac, his father, answered, okay, I've read that one. Okay, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, oh my God. See, listen, learn from this. Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, oh my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Now, verse 39. He said, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob. That's the same place they say there is no blessing. Esau quitting. Esau said, I don't care of anything. I know you are the source. Give it to me. Did he come out or not? He came out. So those of you that know that story and know the story of the Bible, after many years, when Jacob was to come back, he wanted to come and make peace. He was afraid that his brother would kill him. And he was bringing things to come and make peace with his brother. The man told him, he said, Jacob, don't worry. I'm a big boy. How many bodyguards did Esau have? Esau was already an established guy. That was somebody that was told by the source that there is nothing for him. Who are you listening to? I'm talking of factors that influence your rate of appreciation. Be blinded and deafened to negativity. Be blinded and deafened to negativity. Where they say nothing comes out from, something comes out of it. That's one of the attributes of everyone who has passed under my sales program. And they are all smashing. Number two, use your mouth. Some of us have not known that this word is a spiritual word. Use your mouth. Speak. Speak what you want into existence. This mouth is not for taste. It's not for eating. It's not for gossiping. It's not for drinking beer. It's for framing your reality. The law of attraction. Tony Robbins said something recently. I was listening to him. He said, even if what you are focusing on is not true, it will happen in your life. Because focus creates reality. You have the skill, you have the talent, you have the experience, the knowledge, you have. What are you focusing on? What are you seeing? What are you listening to? And what are you verbalizing with your mouth? This is what is making your investment not to yield increase. That's what is affecting your compound interest. That's what is affecting your compound interest. All right, let's make sure we're on track. Guys, are you getting something tonight? Are you gaining value tonight? Like, I knew tonight was going to be heavy. Are you gaining value? All right, so we have done factors affecting the compound interest. We have looked at those three factors. What is your principal? Hold it tight. This is your time. Maximize it. What is affecting your rate? What you are hearing, what you are seeing, what you are speaking. Now, let's go to the money part. Are we ready? Let me talk about the tangible and intangible asset before I go to the of money. Now, those principles I mentioned, they are all intangible assets. And in real life, intangible assets will always yield more return on investment, ROI, more than tangible assets. Your skill can yield more. Do you know that investment requires skill? You need investment skill, right? Ability, my Ghanaian guy, ability to understand what is prevalent in an industry and get it. That's a skill, and it's an intangible skill, right? You need to learn it. Okay, all those factors, forms of principle, they are all intangible skills. Now, let me mention some tangible skills for you. Real estate. It is often spoken that there is absolutely nobody in the world who has achieved some level of wealth that did not have real estate investment. But then, this thing also requires time. You need to understand your best time for investment. It's not like you have 1 million, say you go and buy one land. If that's your saving strategy, it's okay, no problem. Real estate is a tangible asset. Cryptocurrency is a although it's digital, but it's tangible. Equity investment, that's you putting your money in other people's businesses. Africans best like to have 100% of $10,000 instead of having 10% of $1 million. That is African mentality. They prefer to have 100% of $10,000 than 10% of $10 million. So equity investment, sometimes if you got some cash, look for businesses that have potentials. You can put your money there. It yields more return most times than real estate. The only thing that makes real estate the surest form of investment is because it's stable. Unfortunately, the way it's going, especially in Nigeria, the risk factor is becoming higher. It's no longer a stable asset. It's looking like it's no longer an asset that is very stable. Because you can buy a land tomorrow and then the villagers will resell it. Tomorrow you start quarreling with the people that sold that land to you. The risk factor is on the increase now. That means I will always subscribe to investing more money in. Oh, let me not go to what I reserved for the last. No, leave it. So that I'll make sure I give it to those who wait for the last. Let me just mention what I'm talking about. Tangible asset, estate, equity investment. Equity investment is you investing in another person's business. Maybe at 10% equity return, or 5% or 20% or 30%, depending on what you are going to put into. I have someone that I'm drafting a business plan with. I'm going into a particular business. You cannot always be the CEO and founder of everything that will happen in your life. Learn to collaborate and put money in other businesses that while you are sleeping is bringing money to you, right? Then fixed deposits is a tangible asset. Although in Nigeria, the rate is, I don't know whether it's 5% per annum or something like that, but at least you know your money. The only problem is that if you put fixed deposit, the rise of inflation will make it, the price of that money will become useless even after 1 year. Yeah, Matthew, Prince, that's correct. Real estate is the surest. Just have to be intelligent enough. And then the last one is reinvestment. Reinvestment. Let me not preempt you guys too much. Now, let me go to, before I do the last two, which I call the MMM of money and the money framework, which is the last two I want to do. I want to show us something here. It is very, very obvious that many business owners are crying. They are. If you're among those that are crying, maybe you are listening to me now, you are crying. Well, there is a possibility that I can stop you from crying. Right? Now, while you are crying, some people are actually rejoicing. So while some people are crying, some Wasabi Road are smiling with daily credit alert. And I would like to show you few of them and why I think they are smiling. Now, unfortunately, the owner of this screenshot by my left is in this meeting. Let me pin. Sorry, I'm bringing it back. Let me pin the last message he sent. He was the one that sent me. He said, "Good afternoon, sales guru, the best sales coach. I've made a lot of sales, so 72,000 Ghanaian cedis first, deal. Second, 71,000 Ghanaian cedis." I said, "This is good." He said, "I have a lot of deals coming." This is from God's time. He said, "Since I graduated from OSB with the sales guru, I'm now a champ, blah, blah, blah. I make no less than 800K in a week. And with the same strategy, I am building it to 10 times. Okay, let's see another person. This guy is saying, this is Tobechi. First time in his life, he made a deal of 150 million naira. First time in his life. You can see how much he came with fire emoji. So I just closed my first official house sale for 150 million, a 4-bedroom duplex. My goal this year is $1 million. This is a motivation, I swear. No amount scare me anymore. That's what my students are. This is from one of my best girls. She's in this call, I guess. Mrs. Oduan. He said, "Coach, you come out, oh. Make I tell you first before I tell my husband. Make una no talk this one. Now only me should tell this one." I said, I just closed a deal of 11.9 million, expecting more before the day runs out. There is somebody out there who is saying there is no money, there is no money, there is no money, there is no money. Now, after that, Tobe had to say this. Tobe said, "Once again, Chief, thank you for this boot camp. It came in handy. And the way you organize the videos from nursery to university, his Omo was Omoing. He said, I never see this kind of thing before. Now, this one is from Daniela. Daniela is my student in the current online sales bootcamp 5.0. He said, Coach taught us to go to where our customers are. Of course, that's what I thought. Not wait for them to come to us. I heard the governor's birthday was coming up, and I called my bank friend. Out of the six cakes, so I made 3 out of the 6. When your student is making 3 cakes that they use in celebrating the governor's birthday, why is this possible? Because I taught them to go to where their customers are. You see the evidence that people are cashing out. This is good news. In fact, good news had to beg me to pay for his own boot camp. But look at what happened. 1 week into the boot camp, she closed her first ever deal of 500K. Now she said, sir, I just crushed my sales interview. She has moved to a bigger company. She said, I just crushed my sales interview last week with a higher firm. I will be resuming tomorrow. I use all the knowledge dished out to us on the course to answer all their questions. Congratulations, good news. Don't allow others to say there is no money, or there is no sale. This is from Pascal. Why I'm showing you this so that you see that evidence choke. Like they say, if he didn't day, he didn't day. If he day, he day. Bless morning, everyone. Close the deal of 5.5 million on Tuesday and 4 million yesterday. We trust God for bigger sales. Thank you, the sales guru. We are learning. We are learning. Yes, they are learning and they are closing the damn deal. They are closing the damn deal. This is from another person. Say 13.5 million deal sealed. Thanks, sir, for teaching us. I said thank you. Now, on my right side on this slide, if you calculate all the money that is on this screenshot, this particular lady did over 138 million naira within the space of 30 days in real estate sales. 138 million naira. She says sales for the I stayed for the month of April without any sale, not one. I felt the world was crashing. Fast forward to May, I made only 1 sale. Then I joined the sales gurus class. Boom. Everywhere's 2. Everywhere's 2. Now, look at the last one I want to show you today. This guy is from Kano. He's one guy that his thing challenged me so much. Say, good evening, sir. I have a testimony to share. At first, I was skeptical about online sales bootcamp, whether I would get value for my 50K. I traveled to one of the northern states in Nigeria. Lo and behold, I got a distributor who ordered goods worth 100 million. We just delivered the first batch of 10 million. 100 million in the same Nigeria where they are telling you nothing is working. If you didn't day, it didn't day. If you don't know what to do to move your sales from the next one to the other, you don't know it. Now, I believe so well that it is your turn to join those who are smiling. You should stop reading people's testimonies. Let people read your own. It's time for you to join those, for others to join and read your own. Now, what happens? I have a big offer for you. Because you decided to join this class. That's why I left this part to the end of this session. Because you decided to join this class. Remember, we have MMM of money and VFSO. Because you decided to join this class, I have an offer for you that I will not give to anyone who is not in this class. And even my previous students, they may be jealous of this. You see this book you are seeing here, it's called the 30-minute sales close. In it outlines strategies on how you can close any sale, no matter how difficult it is. If you apply that framework, and it can happen to you in 30 minutes. This book here, I'm going to give it to you without paying 1 naira. That book will be for you. Then, while others who I share their testimonies paid 50,000 naira, you will not pay 50,000 naira. Soliat, I don't want to hear you complain that, coach, I paid 50,000. Why are you doing this thing for these people? It is how it is, right? You will not pay 50,000 naira. Why? I will allow you to pay only 32,250 naira, and then you will have access to that book. You will be part of the online sales bootcamp for 30 days, and this is going to be you all through. I can't wait for you to smile. Now, if that sounds like something that interests you, make use of this link on your screen now. This offer will expire this night. As I'm teaching and closing on the last 2 sections of this night, click on this link on your screen. Just type it. It's not a long link. bit.ly/PayOSB, and then you can go ahead and make payment for the next online sales bootcamp. This offer is not available to anybody else after this night. Use this link now. You are not going to pay 50K again. Those that even paid 50K before, they didn't get access to the book. So I've given you 40% discount. Again, for those that will not know, how much are you paying? 32,250. That's what you are paying. Well, if you click on the link, that's what is there. If you click on the link, that's what is there. bit.ly, use this link while we proceed. Yeah, thank you. Can see somebody already saying thank you. And I'm limiting this thing to just 5 persons. I don't want it to, this whole discount is looking too big anyways. But then, let it be what you benefit for being part of my community and part of those who are part of tonight's class, right? I have given you all those offers, massive 40% discount, massive, a book that is supposed to be selling at 10K for you free of charge. And then this again. I want you to be among those that in my next presentation, if I'm going to do anything like this, I will be sharing your own testimony to others. Yeah. I like this one. Somebody said the colleague just did 1.4 billion. It's only the masses that think that there is no money in Nigeria. So use that link. I know some of you will be saying, coach, this link, I don't know how to do all this link payment, and I prefer to use account to do transfer. Remember that we are living in a tech world. No problem. But if you want to do transfer, you will pay 34,000. Because so many of you here may not have my contact. So if you do transfer, how will you send me the payment receipt? How will I start struggling? And if there is another action you were supposed to take, I will now start struggling to send it to you. You see why at least we should embrace technology. If you click on this link, there is also an option for you to do transfer. So go and do the transfer there. It's better for me. When you finish it, you get an email. You fill a form that will come with it. Somebody will always call you. Either will call you by phone call or by email or by text message. Just know that somebody from my team will definitely reach out to you. If you use this link, it is 32,250. If you want to do a transfer, you pay 34,000. The choice is yours. If you want the transfer, comment it. I will share the account number with you. Let's go back to what we have, ladies and gentlemen. We are in MMM of money. Now, these 3 MMM, those of you that did MMM, it's not the MMM that we were talking before. If you know, if you were among those who were scammed during MMM, like me, I think I lost about 3 million naira in MMM. You don't think about it. That's not what we are talking about. It's not the MMM we are talking. Now, what does this 3 MMM stands for? Now, after this MMM, I'm going to show you what I call the VFSO. framework of money, which is the last thing I'll be concluding this class with, and is the most important part of it. Now, the first M in that MMM stands for make money. Please, if you pay through this link, well, you don't need to bother anything. Your name will be recorded. The database will capture you. But if you want, what is it called? Is there anybody that prefers bank transfer? Let me help somebody's life. Is there anybody that prefers bank transfer? Please state it so that I can make this very pure. Now, MMM of money. The first M stands for make money. Now listen, guys. I'm going deeper to what I'm having. Make money. Make money. At every single level you are in, at every industry you are functioning, the most important thing you need to look into is how is money being made in that industry? How does those who are standing at a top level do it? That's the first thing you need to find out. Making money is the first challenge or hurdle that you need to cross in order to go far. So the first M, you need to learn about money. You need to learn how to make money. How do people, I tell people, listen to me, guys, don't ever be working in a company or be functioning in an industry where you are not planning to be among the top 1 to 10%. Remember, I said in the beginning that the way elites think is that they want to understand the business side of every single thing, because that is the only way to stay on the top. So figure out how money is made in your industry or in any endeavor you want to venture in. Please don't go into fashion designing because you so much like fashion designing. That likeness does not bring any prosperity in it. Find out how is money made in the fashion design industry. Let me repeat it again. How is money made in the fashion design industry? That's the first thing you need to figure out. Make money. Making money. Number 2 is manage money. Many people, challenge is that they don't know how to manage money. That's why some of us, a big amount of money can come to us at a time. Before you know it, if you go, I told one of my students, I said, go to the bank, print your last year bank statement. Let's cross-check credit with debit. To her surprise, she's just starting. I think she's into the skincare industry. To her surprise, the total money that came into her account that last year was 23 million. 23 million naira. And she cannot account for 500K this January. And it's not like she can measure that there is a growth in her business of a higher percentage. So most of us need to learn how to manage money. There is money that is called seed, and there is money that is called bread. You eat bread, you don't eat seed, because seed is raw. You sow back seed. You are a sinner if you make money in your business and you consume all the money. Okay, two persons have taken this slot. Okay, I'm getting the notification. Now, Remember that this offer ends immediately this session ends. Unless you have copied the link, just go to your browser as you are listening. You can just go to your browser, paste it there, and now for some people who say, okay, coach, please, oh, I know they for this internet thing. This is the account number you can make payment to. You can make payment here, but let me also have mercy on everybody. Don't bother about the 34K. Just do the normal 32,250 and say send me the receipt. I had wanted anybody that want to go through this route to do 34, but then do 32. Briefly, what are you paying for? Some of you saw the testimony and say, Coach, how does it work? It's a 30 days boot camp where I will be with you and other business owners, and I'll be teaching you everything you need to learn about sales, marketing, and business growth. I'll teach you how to negotiate, how to communicate your value, how to run Facebook ads. I'll teach you how to, what's that thing that is there? Partnership marketing. I'll teach you how to understand your value. I'll teach you how to build a customers community that will keep making you money. I'll teach you. It's just multiple there that is there. I'll teach you how to build a sales funnel and create an offer that people will likely say, will never say no to you. So use this account details. You can screen grab it or we'll continue. So we are talking about making and managing money. Manage your money. Don't ever, I said, is a business sin for you to spend everything you earn. Is a sin. Go to Google and Google the 50-30-20 rule. At least a minimum of 20% of what you earn must be saved. I said a minimum, not that that's the all you that you must save only 20%. No, a minimum of 20%. Minimum of 20% of whatever you earn at any time must be saved. Either it is saved or is reinvested. I will speak more on this thing when I get to the VFSO. All right, so that's make money, manage money, and then multiply money. Now, your strategy for multiplying money is nothing but investment. Where do you invest? I mentioned tangible assets and intangible assets. Those tangible assets and intangible assets I mentioned, invest in them. But I'll give you an expo. The best place to invest in is in yourself, because you have the power to generate the highest return on investment. Invest in yourself. That's the easiest way to multiply money. Now to the last one, the money framework, VFSO. Everybody pay attention to me now. As an adult, while you are making money, managing and multiplying, listen, follow this framework. What does the V stand for? What does the V stand for? Let me go back to that place. I believe that whoever wanted to take action must have. What does the V stand for? Volume. Volume. See, a lot of us, the challenge we have is not that we don't have money. Is that the money is not enough. Listen, the best way to overcome inflation is not to minimize, is not to save. The best way to overcome inflation is not to save, right? The best way to overcome inflation is not to save. Is not to save. I can tell you that over and over again. The best way to overcome inflation is not to save, is to make more money, is to increase the volume of income. You were making 50,000. Prices of goods changed from 50,000 to 60,000. Why will you still be saving the 50,000? It means you need to go and make more money. The last M is multiply. In this, you need to increase the volume of your income. Increase the volume of your income. How can I make more money in this thing that I am doing? Where can the more money come from? Have I extrapolated all the value chain in my business? I was talking to one of my students who is a cake. She baked cake, and then she was saying that she bakes cake. I told her, okay, you do training also for those who are intending to be in the cake business. She said yes. I said, okay, which of them brings you more money? Is it the cake baking or is it the training? She said it is training, but she thinks she's not really the training is not her thing. I said, oh, well done. I said a business person does not look for what is his or her thing. A business person looks for where the money comes from and what is bringing the money. Right? You don't have anything to be afraid of. You don't need to look at which one is your finance. You don't need to look at, oh, which one is my passion, which one is my skill. No. What we look into as business owners is, where does the money come from? Where does the major money come from? That's what we look into. It's not which one is my passion. I told her, consider doing more thing where the money is coming from, not which one is your thing. So every time you must learn to increase the volume of your income. You must learn to increase the volume of your income. I've pinned the account number on the comment for those that want easy copying. You must learn to increase the volume of your income. And the surest way to increasing it is sales. Look at some of those testimonies I shared with you. What if that person never signed up to online sales bootcamp? Maybe what he learned, he wouldn't have. Maybe the actions he was supposed to take during that time, he wouldn't have taken it. Why? Because he will still be complaining that, oh, it's not working. Please, I beg everyone who is a business owner here, learn the art of closing sales. It will save your ass. Learn the art of closing sales. Learn it. Master it. Stop doing nonsense in your business, getting busy without making money. Master it. That's V, volume. Always, always, always increase the volume of your earning. Always, always increase the volume of your earning. Always, always increase the volume of your earning. Always, always, always. Guys, are you listening to me? I'm talking to you as members of my community and my fellow elite. Don't be unnecessarily comfortable with what you have been earning since 2 years that does not have any impact. You are suffering. Your feeding pattern has changed. Your living conditions is dwindling by the day. Yet, you are not thinking of how to increase the volume of your income. Why? Number 2, after V, volume, F is frequency. Now, this is what answers the question. How often? When we have defined how much, the quantity, we are now saying, how often does this quantity come? I'm a consultant. I can close a gig of 5 million today. And then I'm good. Volume. It's reasonable. Right? But what is the frequency of occurrence? When next am I likely to get 5 million naira deal? Will it be that before I get another 5 million naira deal, I would have eaten the 5 million? That is why as much as your volume is okay, your frequency is important. Don't just increase the volume without increasing the frequency. Let's design a system that will bring money. Make sure that the money is always coming. And yes, the money is coming in a larger number. That's why if you make sales of 1 million this month, try that next month you are going to make sales of 2 million. That means the volume is increasing. But at the same time, is there a way we can make sure that, okay, we don't just make one sale this month, we keep making sales? That's frequency. Business owner. See, what I'm teaching is master class grade. It's not something I teach in a free class. This thing is, if I teach in a free class, I know exactly what I'm saying. And it's not everybody that has the capacity to kind of appreciate this kind of quality information I'm giving you. But then we are all at different stages in our life. So enjoy it. Right? If you have a question, please document. I'll take just 2 questions and then we'll wrap up this session. So increase, make sure that you have the frequency is always on the. It doesn't matter the level you are at any point, right? I'm not against you, please. Now, the third one, which is S, is called sustainability. Volume. You have made money. Excuse me, please. You are trying to increase the volume of that money that is coming. You are working on the frequency to make sure that money keeps coming. And then you make it sustainable. How do you sustain such flow of cash? How do you sustain such frequency of flow? This is masterclass standard. I know what I'm saying. Business I believe some business owners here are following what I'm saying. Now, the last one, which is the O, is what I call optimization. How can you optimize it? How can you optimize it? What do I mean by optimize? Are there ways you can put a system in place so that whether you are working or you are not working, and this is marketing, this is what marketing does for you. Whether you are working or not working, that thing is bringing in money for you. You're optimizing that process. You're optimizing the system, the structure that are bringing in that money. Guys, if you follow this protocol I've shared with you tonight, 2025 is going to be your best year ever. And I'm wishing everybody that are here a success. This is 1 hour 55 minutes of high intense value. Woo! Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, click the subscription button now. That's the only thing you can do for us to support us with all the massive value we are giving to you. Click on the subscription button now. And also, make sure you secure your slot for online sales bootcamp. You may never get this offer again. You may never ever have it. All right, let me have 2 questions from 2 people. Any question, comment, please put your comment, put your question. I'll take 2 from 2 people. I've pinned the account details for those of you that want to make transfer, and for those who want to pay through the online process, this is the link. Bit is just a simple, go to your web page, click in, type bit.ly/payOSB. OSB stands for Online Sales Bootcamp. Is a platform where we make so much sales so that our competitors will envy us. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. For a business person, you're into sales or you're working in a company, or you're into sales or you're an entrepreneur, whether you're starting or you have started, or whether your business is online or offline or both, whatever it is you are doing, whether you're a coach, you're a consultant, you're a trainer, you sell chin-chin, you sell puff-puff. I have somebody that is a POS vendor there. I have somebody that is a drink distributor there. I've had almost all industries there. This is ideal for you. Open your brain. If you can enjoy this from me for just less than 2 hours, imagine what will happen if I can be with you for um 30 days. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Can never get this thing anywhere. Yeah, Soliat says, I completely agree. She's one of the beneficiaries. She was actually among the first ever batch of online sales bootcamp. All right, do I have a question, please? If you have a question, please drop it. Let's close this session immediately. It's 2 hours. We have had a long conversation tonight. All right. Please don't look at your bank account too much. Look at the value of that account. Don't say, oh, I don't have money. Coach, this money. Well, that's what the masses say. Those of us that are elite, we know how to take opportunities because somebody defined opportunity one poor. Say POOR. Say poor means passing over opportunities repeatedly. What will 32,250 save you this year compared to investing it in online sales bootcamp and then getting a possibility of raking millions? You will thank me afterwards. I serve as one-on-one consultant to all my students. They can attest to it. Most times, those who have come under online sales bootcamp, I review their online activities, do a couple of things for them free of charge that if they are to pay, big deal. All right, guys. I think we no question. All right, so if you enjoyed this session, let me see your comment. Please ensure you have. How can one identify the marketing part of one's skill? Okay. How can one identify the marketing part of one's skill? Okay, first of all, you may not be able to. Oh, my network again. Okay, first of all, when you know that something is a necessity, like an uncompromising ingredient to your success, won't you appreciate that thing? Now, it's important for us to know that so many things we think we are not good at, we are actually excellent at it. So many things we said we are not good at, we're actually excellent at it. So the only way for you to identify that marketing part of your skill is to know and appreciate and believe that marketing is a necessity for your success in that business. Right? Marketing is a necessity for your success in that business. When you know this, you don't have a problem. You have to just appreciate it and build on it. Do I have another question? One more question, and then we will call it a night. Do I have another question? All right, at this time, this is 2 hours, and I have 30 minutes, 32 people here who are still waiting. Please, I encourage you, take this opportunity. Like the transfer you see on the screen, don't pay 34K, pay the 32,250 as long as you can find a way to send the DM, to send the receipt to either our Facebook DM or anywhere. That is fantastic. So I wish you guys all the very best. Why don't somebody put a comment for me to leave with in the comment section? If you have enjoyed today's session, please show some love, shout out to the sales guru for spending solid 2 hours plus of his time here with you all free of charge, just because I'm interested in your progress. Do I have people here? Please, I need your comment. Let me know. Let me be sure that I've been talking to people. Okay, I wanted to be sure that. Thank you, Prince. Prince is one of those that is under the current online sales bootcamp, and if he has done 143,000 Ghana cedis, that's over 14 million naira. How much more? What he can do more? Thank you, Festus. Thank you, Amarachi. Thank you, Concise Cake. Oh, Concise Cake is currently on this batch of OS. I have a question. Duro Inyechi, go ahead and ask your question. I was saying you should ask question before now. Go ahead, ask it. Let's close with it. Chukwudi Daniel, thank you, sir. Thank you. I hope you'll be able to take your slot for online sales bootcamp. Duro, ask your question, please. Let's close with it. Ask your question. We're gonna close with it. Ask so the others will learn from it. Let's go. I will come and spend like a month with you in Nigeria. So I cash out all the sales knowledge you have to Ghana. Okay, that's my guy from Ghana. I'll be waiting to have you. Thank you. If you're already into sales, how do you go about making the money? That's why you need to come to online sales bootcamp now. We'll put you through. That's where the solution is. Because some people are into sales, they are not making sales. Why? They don't know the strategies for making sales. That's what we do. Chidinma Joy, thank you. These are people. I have many people who are on the current OSB 5.0 here. Gbemi Sola is here. Thank you. Gbemi Sola is a regular attendee. Thank you. I don't know if I put that. Maybe you can send me a DM. Maybe I understand what to do. Okay, Chukwudi Daniel say, yes, I have. You have? Have you paid? Your name is not on the one I got here. Yeah, are you the one that's... No, your name is not here. You say, is it I have or I will? Let me be sure which one you are talking about. Because your name was not among the one that I got the notification. All right, at this juncture, guys, I would like to say thank you so much for your time this night. Thank you for always coming to learn from me. Thank you for believing in the sales guru. The only way you will make me happy is that you go and you succeed more in your business. That is the only way you will ever make me happy. Remember, before you leave this channel, before I close, make sure you subscribe to this channel, the Sales Guru channel. And there are free videos there. I think I have the psychology of selling is there. I have how to get customers consistently. Maybe who is that person that asked that question? Duro Inyechi. If you check my YouTube channel here, there's a video there that is called The Psychology of Selling. There's another one that is called How to Get Customers, how to constantly get customers as a business owner. I think those two videos can help you. I'm actually say, coach, aside teaching paint production, what other businesses in the painting and painting production business? The one you have already, there's big business in it, but you have not optimized it. You've not optimized that process. If you learn to optimize it, okay, this person say I've done, okay, this is Daniel. Okay, Daniel, I know, okay. He said, coach, aside, if you optimize that paint production and selling, you will not be asking me this question, right? Are you the one that is in OSB 5.0? Amarachi. I have somebody that is into painting in 5.0. Amarachi, are you the one? Okay, Chukwudi Daniel. I knew you as Aniekwe Daniel or something. Amarachi, are you the one? If you are the one, I don't think, maybe send me a DM. Otherwise, get on board in online sales bootcamp and then Thank you, Precious. Precious said you are a reservoir of knowledge. Thank you so much. I don't take it for granted. All right, Gary, reluctantly, we have to go. Good night, everybody. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please, please, please. Sure. Should I be begging you in the first place? I shouldn't be begging you now. Subscribe to this channel. That's your support for the value that I share for free to you. Imagine I've been here for 2 good hours. Do you know how much I charge for 1 hour session? Okay, our next session is thank you, Pressure. Our next session is by the last Thursday of March. I think that should be 28th. So by 28th, we'll be having this session again. Please invite your friends and everybody. Thank you, Precious, for your kind words. I don't take it for granted. I will share my testimony with you soon. I'm so freaking sure about that. I have no doubt about it. All right, let's go. Reluctantly, let's go. Goodbye, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night and keep making more money and more impact. I love you.